Welcome to Cooking School with me, Matt Granato. I'm accompanied by producer URCH. Say hi, URCH. He's not a very good baker, so we're gonna make this. Today we're making some chocolate peanut butter cake bites. You okay over there? He gets a little camera shy at first because he was trying to do some stuff for class. So you get it? You good?
Yep.
All right, we're good. So we're gonna make some chocolate peanut butter cake bites, mainly because he said that he could make them better than me. And so, yeah, so we're gonna...
We'll see who's got the better cake bite.
Awesome. Okay, perfect. Well, this is a very simple chocolate cake recipe that we're going to be making here. And we're going to measure out flour because that's the most accurate way. And I've made 3 cakes trying to do this recipe ahead of time, and they've all sunk. So I'm not a professional, just so everybody knows. Consult your local bakery if you have any actual questions, because I don't know what I'm doing. So URCH, do you know why you measure, though? You know why you do it this way with a scale?
Tell me why.
Okay. Well, the recipe is calling for, and shows up on your screen, 2 cups of flour. Wait, was that a Backstreet Boys reference?
Why are you putting it on a scale?
Okay, so perfect question, because it gets you more accurate, okay, when you do it this way. Flour is pretty much the only thing. So what we're getting to is 210 grams, which is about 1.75 cups, which you guys at home can make it that way if you like. I got this scale at TJ Maxx.
For $19.99 on the clearance rack.
Yeah. Ooh, wow. Oh, 211. Okay, we're gonna just pretend that was 210. So we're gonna pour this in here. And here we go. We're starting out. Next thing we got 2 cups of sugar. We're mixing all the dry ingredients first because then that way they kind of get evenly distributed.
I learned that you had to mix dry before wet.
Yeah. Who'd you learn that from?
Martha Stewart.
Grandma Hutchins. Bobby Hutchins taught you that.
My grandma.
All right, we're gonna go 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. Don't get baking powder and baking soda confused, by the way. It does make a difference. You know, we're gonna be putting salt in these too. Should ask URCH, how his recipe building has been in the past with salt, huh? Did you make some cookies?
Oh.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
No one's gonna get your inside jokes.
I know, that's why I'm having you explain it while I'm measuring out the 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. I get all my stuff at Trader Joe's.
Not gonna put that on the scale, huh?
Nope. Don't need to really measure anything on the scale of them. I mean, you can if you want, but flour is just the one that you want to the most. So then we're going to go with our 2 teaspoons of baking soda. It also does help, because I was looking up why my cake kept sinking. Don't use old ingredients. And you know how old some of these ingredients are. They've been in our pantry for like forever. That's all right. Your cake actually doesn't have to look pretty when you make cake bites because you're just going to be mashing it all up together into like a dough, so it doesn't really matter. And then we've got 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Just a little bit. Not a lot, baby girl, just a little bit. Okay. Cool. By the way, we'd like to thank Betty Crocker for sponsoring us. She doesn't know it yet, but she is sponsoring us.
For 65 cents at the Dollar General.
No, it's $1. Everything at Dollar Tree is $1, Tanner.
I think my card was like 65 cents.
No
way. 2 for $1.
Did you hear the guys talking about that?
2 for $1. While we were there, someone called and asked if they had
glow
sticks and TVs.
So we've got these dry ingredients all mixed up, and we just want to kind of just get them as mixed as we can before we put the wet ingredients in there.
Right here you have to cue the Ariana song. Mix it and mix it and mix it and mix it.
Mix it and mix it and mix it and mix it. Kiss it, kiss it, kiss it. You make me say, oh.
All right, so we've got the time for the wet ingredients. We're just gonna put all these in at once. Now there's a trick to this recipe, and I didn't actually know it, but it does, maybe that's why my cakes go flat, but probably not. To use boiling water, which I'm going to turn on the stove while it doesn't take too long to boil a cup of water, so.
We'd love your input, those cake makers out there, because we know you're out there. How do you keep your cakes from sinking?
We're gonna go with a half cup vegetable oil. Sorry, we did a 1 cup of milk right there while we were talking about our winner. So got the 2 eggs. Just getting all of these wet ingredients, and then the 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Regular vanilla is expensive. Do you even know how expensive it is, BroWurch?
$9.
Yeah, it's actually probably pretty accurate for a small little thing. This one was probably like $2 at Trader Joe's for the imitation. But I love Trader Joe's for all of their little baking ingredients because they're super cheap and they are super good.
They also have good flowers if you're going on a first date.
That's true. Have you gotten people flowers from there on a first date?
No, but I have received them.
Of course. You wouldn't be the one that would give the flowers. BroWurch likes to be
Wined and dined.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Okay, so we'll get these all. The key in this part, I think one of the things I'd read with the sinking cakes was you don't over mix this, and that's I think what I did on the first one, and it really sunk bad. So we're just kind of combining the ingredients, and then the last thing we're going to put on is the boiling water, and then we're ready to put it into the oven. Probably should have preheated the oven ahead of time. So now, while we've got all that going, we are all good with our cake. We're going to jump forward just a little bit while we wait for that water to boil. And start with the very basic peanut butter frosting. Now, this is gonna make more sense in a second, but really, it's a very basic recipe. It doesn't take much. You start with butter like you usually do, get that all fluffy, and then you just start to incorporate powdered sugar in slowly. Do you know why you do it slowly? I don't either. I think it's just to keep it from clumping. That's my best guess. So we're just gonna pop these bad boys in there.
Make sure your butter is room temperature. I learned that from an ex-beau who was a cake baker.
And make sure you say it with an accent too. From Grantsville, Utah. That's where BroWurch is from. Born and raised. Got our handy little mixer. Look at how we get this all fluffy. You have any good stories for the audience, BroWurch?
No.
None? Not a single one?
No.
Well, that's sad. Let me just get it right off of there. Man, look how clean that came off. It never comes off that clean. It's awesome.
I have a joke.
You do?
You want
Let's
to hear
hear
a
it.
joke? Why couldn't the honeydew wed?
Why?
Because she can't elope. Get it?
But
Cantaloupe.
oh, that's good. Actually, that's a good joke. I'm gonna have to tell that
I
to
made
my
it
sister.
up while I was eating some melon over there.
You did not make that up.
You can ask Henry. I did.
I don't think you did. But that's okay. That's good. That's a good joke regardless. You don't have to. Not everything has to be a competition with us, even though that's the whole basis of this video. Are we boiling over there? We sure are. Yes, girl! Perfect. So we're going to take our boiling water and turn off the stove. And we are going to put this in slowly, okay? Just gonna put about half in at a time. See how runny that is? It's normal for that to be runny, by the way. It will bake just fine.
Smells like success to me.
Unless it sinks, then it's not very successful, is it? But once like we said, it doesn't matter. because it's not about beauty on this. The
also,
final product.
Anyone who's going to throw shade in the comments, please direct it towards Matt because my self-esteem cannot handle.
Yeah, well, I'm used to it. If anybody goes in, we'll go ahead and put the link up on the video for my banana bread video from about 8-9 years ago. Got some good shady comments on there for me, but like I said, I deserve the whole finished product. I didn't put the finished product on there, and that was stupid. That video was for a class, and I got an A in it. And I actually ended up getting my bachelor's degree, believe it or not. Don't know how, but I did. C's and D's get degrees. Oh, if those kids are watching, don't get C's and D's. All right, see, just like that. All right, I'm gonna have our handy assistant come over here and so we're just gonna pour this into a 9x13 cake pan. Get as much of it out of there as we can. Oh, that was not there. Ooh, that's not either, but that's okay. Get stuff mixed in really good. It's a nice part with that hot boiling water in it is it kind of dissolves the ingredients that maybe you didn't stir very good. I purposely didn't use an electric mixer in this one because if you put too much air into it, that's what causes it to sink. It's a good reason for it. So now we're going to put it in the oven. And again, 350, and you're gonna be baking this for about 35 or 40 minutes. And now we are ready to finish making up this. So we already have a cake made so that we can continue on and show you how to finish the rest of this because we are ready to do the entire video right here. So we got this in here. Got our milk. Get this nice and creamy. URCH, you love peanut butter, don't you? Peanut butter is a great source of protein.
Ew, don't be gross.
It is. So yeah, like we said before, you just want to put it in a little bit at a time. If the other reason you don't put it in all at once is because it will just like fly up all in the air. And that would be really funny if I did that, but I'm not going to. So. All right, when we come back, we are going to be ready with our mix because really this is boring. So we're going to take a quick little break, come back and finish up with phase number 2. Move on to what we call the cake dough.
And we're back, guys, with Matt the baker. Our cake is fresh out of the oven. Matt, take it away.
All right, well, we're back now. Cake is fresh out of the oven. Just kidding, it's not. During our commercial break, that's what URCH was joking about. I actually have this cake ready because it helps that you have the cake very cool. I recommend cooling it overnight.
I'll test it.
Recommend cooling it.
Not bad.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good, right?
Not bad.
It's good. So yeah, make sure it's very cool because also now you can see our mixture is all finished. That's all of the powdered sugar, the milk, the peanut butter. Again, recipe is going to be posted below in the comments, so in case you don't keep up.
Okay, let's get on to how are we making the cake.
Okay, but this is very important.
Okay.
Because we have butter in here and it will melt the butter and even worse, and you will have a sloshy mess.
Make sure your cake is cold.
Thank you, perfect. So now we're going to just throw this in here.
Oh wow, I didn't expect it.
What?
I didn't expect it to just be thrown in like that.
Yep, that's it. Since you guys aren't actually going to be eating these ones, otherwise I'd recommend washing your hands first.
Did you not wash your hands first?
No, I did.
You did?
But I didn't just barely wash my hands.
Okay.
I washed them before we started filming 20 minutes ago.
I was gonna say, that's gross.
Okay, so yeah, very easy. That's why you don't have to worry about it being ugly, because it doesn't matter. So now that it's all in there, now we're just gonna go through and mash up. You can do this with your hands if you want. It's just very, 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 very messy, so I don't recommend it. But if you're like URCH, and URCH like getting his hands messy with peanut butter, then you can do it that way too. That's all right. All we're really concerned about is getting it super good mixed in, you know. This is what we call the cake dough, because and this is actually completely safe to eat. Did you know that? Unlike regular cookie dough, it's got raw eggs. You can actually eat this if you just wanted to stop at this part, then you could just eat this if you wanted, but it actually makes for good mixing into like vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, if it was warm.
Yeah, vanilla ice cream or whatever, yeah. There you go, see? Good recipe ideas. So yeah, we're just trying to get it all combined, just like this. It's gonna look, this is where it's very messy. That's why I said you should probably want to use a spatula, because it's very, you want the butter to harden up inside of the frosting. So this is where, again, you have to kind of wait for this overnight. Let this sit in the fridge, just like this.
Oh, we have to wait overnight?
No, because I prepped. And we have dough ready to go.
Did you hear that? Dough ready to go.
Amazing. Woo! In an ugly bowl, as you call it. Woo! Okay, so the whole point of this, so this dough has been sitting overnight, and so it's nice and firm. You like firm things, bro Urch?
Stop, we can't put that on TV.
This isn't going on TV, it's going on YouTube.
Don't. We're editing that out.
You make the balls as big as you want.
Stop! We're gonna have to edit all this out.
No, you can make these balls as big as you want. Jeez. Oh, you think everything's gross. Get your mind out of the gutter over there. Sick. You know, if you're looking for consistent sizes, that's why I left the scale back out. You can actually weigh them out.
Or you could use a mold.
Yeah, you could, but that's not fun. This is where the kids can help you out a little bit, you know? What kids don't like to make balls with their hands like this, and you know? So, here, you want to make some?
No.
Okay, well then you don't have to make some. We'll just make lots of balls over here. So, there we go. We're just going to make like 6. You guys get the point. So, this is how you do it. You're basically just rolling balls together. You don't have to do it whatever you want. So, but we're just going to put this away for now because you don't need to make a ton of these to demonstrate. However, put this right over here. This is where you're going to want to freeze. Now, I like these little diamond sticks. I can't take this off. Take that off for me. Thanks. Por favor. So I like these little diamond brand sticks. They're called plastic forks. Yeah. And there we go. And really just, they're good because then they freeze inside of there, because that's going to help when we dip them in the chocolate to make the actual cake bite. So, oop, that one was not centered. So, I bet you're wondering, okay, now that's one that's just really ugly. But again, I guess it's going to be covered with our chocolate. Guess what? We don't have to wait for them to be frozen, because I already have some frozen. Woo! No way. Cool.
Wow.
Wow.
Dough ready to go.
Yeah, something like that.
Ooh, but they're stuck to the pan, y'all. They are stuck to the
lift
pan.
them off. It's okay.
You want to do a little rocking?
Don't rock them. Do not rock them, because then they'll come off in the chocolate. And you do not want them to come off in the chocolate. But if they do, I guess that's the end of the world. Okay, so we're waiting for our chocolate to melt. So when we come back, the finishing touches where we make these balls very pretty and presentable. Okay, Bro Urch, we're in our final steps. Are you ready to do the dipping? You want to help me dip?
We're back, folks, and we're gonna dip.
So this, just a few tidbits about this. This is just your typical melting chocolate that hardens, and you can use it for like candies and stuff. So just spin it, get it all good there. You don't have to do it tons, but whatever you like, the thicker you like on there, and then just set that back down on the tray.
Delicioso.
Yep, just like that. Yep, so you can just do this with as many. Now, you can just finish it like this, but most people, if you're going to be serving these, I did do these for a wedding once. Did you know that, Bro Urch?
No.
I did them for a wedding, and they didn't want the sticks, obviously, because the sticks kind of make it look ugly. So what you do is you take the sticks out once it's hardened, and then you use like one of those little icing things that they have that are in the tubes, and then you just put a little on the top to cover the hole, And then
I also like when people get creative with it. You know, they get the white chocolate.
yeah, you can do drizzles
Just
on
drizzle it
Yeah.
on top.
Yep, you can do drizzles too.
Really adds some like fun, festive, you know.
Yep. If it's a Christmas theme, you can go red and green. You could even use like the white
Love
chocolate
that idea.
and dye it. So.
Food coloring is your best friend.
Yep. Finish that one up.
This
Wow,
chocolate hardens really fast, y'all.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
It helps if you put it back into the freezer for a second too, but we won't do that. So anywho, we got that. And then just like these little tubes, CakeMate makes them. It's just called a writing gel. So we can just get this right out. Oh, yep, they're not quite ready yet. Let's just throw these into the freezer for a moment.
What's the writing gel for?
For the top. Tanner, Robert, you weren't even listening. See?
What's the top?
Where the sticks are. If you don't like the sticks, like the look of the sticks. So that's why we're just going to let this flash freeze. And we're back.
Frozen.
So now we can take these out right there. Ooh, just pull. That one's probably not ready to be pulled out yet. Oh, and that one's not either. Bah!
We got a little impatient. Freeze your shiz a little
Yeah, freeze it a
longer.
little bit longer. But I want to show you because you didn't know what this was. See, watch. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Do a little thing on the top.
Wow.
And if you want to do a design with that, you could.
For Halloween, you could
you
make
do
them
like-
eyeballs. You could get some black
Oh,
paint.
yeah. That's a
You
good
could
idea.
serve eyeballs for Halloween.
That's a really good idea.
October's
Every
coming
once
up.
in a while, BroWorch has a good idea. Huh.
Yep, you could do your chocolate orange with a little googly eyeball.
And there we have it. Finished, beautiful cake bites.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Baking with Matt.
Like, comment, share, and we'll see you next time.
Toodaloo. From our home to yours, our kitchen to yours.
It's already over because
Have a blessed-
the thing shut off.